two-way wolf. We got through Halloween thing, and I got the 5-pound bottle mounted on the back of the truck, so that's going to help. We'll look at some of that stuff. Got the new shocks on the back of the truck, so it keeps the ride pretty smooth. Went ahead and put new struts on the hood of the truck. That way the hood stays open when you're trying to get in there. So the temperature is right around 32 degrees. It's been pretty chilly, but we are all geared up for cold weather, and we'll see what's happening. Okay, so she's going to tell us where we're going. So where are we going? Okay, so she's going to tell us where we're going and where are we headed to today.
We're going to Ranacker Conservation Area, Pike County. It's 1,800 plus acres. There's hunting, fishing, and trails. There's camping, of course. We got water crossings, bird watching, old railroad there. Tracks from 1872 to 1944, and it's just east of Mark Twain Lake. May I read it again?
All right. So, yeah, so he did say that the railroad tracks are built in what year? 18 something?
1872 to 1944.
So they're built in 1872. I'm not really sure why they have the railroad tracks
right onto Pike 58.
But they did abandon the tracks in 1944, and we're going to try to see if we can find them. It is hunting season, so we do have to be kind of careful about that.
Did you bring your orange vest?
I did not bring my vest, so I'll have to make sure I, stay on the trail and keep my head down. So,
Turn right onto Pike 58.
So, yeah, we'll have to check it out. I did see that somebody else did a little bit of filming out here, but not really checking the place out. But it's got numerous campsites. It's got some bathrooms. There is a range out here, so we'll check out some of the stuff, and we'll do a good review for you guys. There was some snow
Take the next right onto County Road 9058.
There was some snow flurries this morning, but it seems like it's cleared up a little bit. So, alrighty.
Continue on County Road 9058 for 1.5 miles.
Renaker? Is that how you pronounce that?
We're not.
This looks like another spot.
Yep, that's the shooting
That's
range.
the shooting range.
There's people out.
Yep, people are out shooting. So, looks pretty clean, sorta. Looks like there's some cardboard and stuff, but
yeah.
looks like the weeds are under control, so that's kind of nice. Not a bad looking place. Nice to have the sun out for a little bit.
Between the clouds.
Just makes it harder to see. You just downshifted and took off, didn't you? Let's get up the hill. It would be a little challenging if there was some snow out here. This is uphill. Okay, I see a sign, something. Don't drive in there, I think.
Archery and firearms.
So far it's looking pretty clean, not bad. Looks a little leaning out a little bit. So yeah, people got their hunting stuff out, not bad. I'm assuming there's probably going to be people down here.
I'm guessing so.
So we came in from the
In
north.
600 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Oh, came in from the north, and it goes through these 4 campsites and stops it down at the bottom.
Yeah, there it is.
And from what I've seen, it's kind of a neat place down here. So, is that a tent over there? I can't really tell what that
Yep,
is.
that's a tent.
So, yeah.
There's a crossing.
Yep, there's a water crossing. Real shallow.
Yep.
Not bad. Looks like wind blowing through here, so not too bad. Looks like people drive out there in the grass. Huh?
But you gotta keep everything low.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll check it out. All right, got set up. Had a little bit of issue. First off, this freaking wind is really cold, or makes it really cold. Anyway, so the new 5-pound bottle tank, and then the 7-foot hose or whatever. So I hooked that up to my buddy heater to help bring our day tent up to temp. For the life of me, and I'm assuming because there's a lot of air in the line and you can't bleed the air out, but I think I have a way to do that as well. But anyways, it started going after many tries and 2 different lighters to try to get the thermocouple hot enough to let the gas through, but it just kept kind of sputtering. And then after a few minutes, we noticed our eyes are burning. So probably incomplete combustion on that. So I put the green bottle back on there, the little 1-pounder, and it's working fine. So I got a feeling there's something in the line, in that line. So I'll play with that. Now, as far as this place, it's gorgeous. Did check out the pit toilet, fairly clean. There is no toilet paper in there, so make sure you bring your own. But it looks really nice. It is fairly clean. We'll check out some other stuff. Another guy showed up and he's out hunting somewhere. There is another big tent over there. I'm assuming they're out hunting. And I got my UFO light up and the flag. So we got some stuff set up. Being down in this hole, so we're down towards the end of the road, and this wide open spot's really cool. But anyways, it's down low, so you can see the sun is still hitting the trees, but it's, what time is it, 5 o'clock? 4 o'clock, and there's no sun right where we're at. But big spot. I am kind of surprised to see how many tire tracks, because you're not supposed to leave the gravel. So I kept my back wheels on the gravel, set the tent up. Now it could be just people driving out there, dropping all our stuff off and moving their vehicles back. I don't know. So, and maybe Conservation Corps, maybe they just don't really care. So I try to follow the rules as best as I can. And man, this wind, I don't know, the feels like thing is like 17 degrees or something, pretty cold. But got the heater going, got the tent warmed up. Yeah, oh, and there's a ton of firewood that people left behind. So I might end up getting a nice warming fire tonight going, because there is a ton of wood there. So anyway, so that's a quick update, and I'll check back with you here in a little bit. Well, we had a nice game of Scrabble, and so that heater hose doesn't work. Well, let me rephrase that. The extension hose, that stainless steel one I got, it didn't work. There's something wrong with it. It's plugged up or something. It doesn't let enough fuel through to have a good burn. So luckily I still have the little green 1-pounders, and then I'll have to get another hose later and test the hose itself before coming out. So anyways, just doing some raviolis for me, and she's doing some clam chowder, and we're gonna have something nice and warm to eat. Get warmed up for dinner. So probably see you in the morning. Well, my GoPro camera says it's a tad too cold to be videotaping, so I'm just using the phone. So some hunter guys had showed up early this morning, and I'm out here getting coffee. It's a little chilly. I think it's in the high teens. It's a little chilly. Yeah, so I usually set up a kettle and stuff in the morning, so that way I can just warm up the water and get going. But the kettle even froze, so I to be expected. So hopefully I get the GoPro straightened out and get out there and take some shots. Okay, looks like the GoPro came back to life. Anyways, still pretty cold. So hunters came out. I don't know why he's driving a car, but because where are you going to put your deer if you get a deer? It is still pretty cold. It looked like it said 17 or 18. Pretty cold. It is really pretty outside though, with sun coming up and then highlighting the trees. That's the other one. All right, so this one's big enough as well to have probably a couple of tents and RVs or something like that. So, and it looks like somebody has a big ass fire that they can build there. Conservation area. So make sure that you keep an eye on the map. Oh, and they did the red rope because the shooting range is on that side, so obviously they don't want somebody walking around over there. So we'll get out here and check this out real quick. So it's kind of nice that they have this, but they do have a sign. Please remove your litter. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of shooting ranges in areas where people just don't necessarily pick up after themselves. One of the things that I did notice is that there's no trash collection. I didn't see any dumpsters or trash cans. Seems like some conservation areas do and some don't, but when you have people that don't take care of the free ranges, that can lead to not having them anymore, and bringing stuff out to shoot like aluminum cans and papers and stuff. Having this much trash is an issue. Looks like they have a 100-yard one down here too. So it's a nice wide open spot. Looks like they even moved back there a little bit. It's a nice wide open spot, and you can see, when the wind blows and stuff, it'll take some of the trash off into the weeds and stuff like that. is what it is. You know, I want to give conservation area, you know, a +1 for at least having the shooting range, because it is kind of nice. But under the environmental aspect of it, you can't have this much trash and stuff. You know, I did, when I was down at that water crossing, I did look around. I didn't see any oil sheens or anything like that, so I think the water's pretty good. The crossing looked like it was reinforced with some kind of block, so that way you can drive across it without eroding anymore. I don't know. I think the locals ought to get together and have a cleanup party, because most time it's, you know, somebody's not traveling 200 miles to use the shooting range. So I think the locals probably use it more often. I think they ought to get together and have a cleanup day. So if you're local and you're watching this, try to get some people together and just have a cleanup day. You know, you got, let's just say you have 3 people per target, so 10 people. If you have 10 people in 1 hour, this thing would be cleaned up. Not a big deal. So I think this is the other area. Yeah, there was where the sign was.
Yeah, there was a sign there before.
So this is the first area. If you're coming down from the north side, this is like the first area you come across. So I do see that looks like there was an older fire ring type of thing there. There's one on this side too. There's enough room for a couple different places, or a couple different tents and trucks or whatever. Because it does this 360 thing, you couldn't park in the way. So I don't know. So let's run down through some stuff. So safety and security.
Good.
Do you have any issues?
No.
So we've been finding that most of the places, most of the places are pretty good. You have some, you know, younger generation people that come down and probably want to have a party, but if they see us there, they at least are respectful. That's how I see it anyways. But and a conservation officer did come through, so we know they're out and about. So but there is no extra stuff like fences or gates of security, so we're just going to do a B. So the next one would be amenities. So this one has, it said fishing. Now there is a couple of creeks that run through here, or one that zigzags.
Yeah. It
is flowing, it is froze, but I am not sure where the pond would be. I thought the map did say, where's that paper at? It does say pond, right? Is
maybe off one of the trails.
Oh, there it is. So the pond is just north of the private section. So there is a pond. It doesn't show there's a walking trail to get to it, but if you want to get to it bad enough, you could probably get to it. See, this is where all the people are hunting at, on the south side. That's why everybody's going this way.
Right.
And then in the middle of the property is
you can go
private property.
Oh, that's private.
You can't go across. It looks like it might be this one.
Right.
So hunting, fishing. I don't know about the fishing very much,
well,
but
spring and summer.
Maybe the spring and summer. But as far as extra stuff, so they do have the range. So I was gonna give them a +1 for that, but it was kind of trashy, which I already talked about. She thinks I get too hard because
you're too picky.
Sometimes I get a little too picky, but the fact is, it is still there. Like I said, the locals probably use it most. They should just get together. It'd only take, you know, 9 guys, three people per little site. Within 1 hour, it's beautiful. So it wouldn't take much.
I still think that we hit them before their next cleanup period.
And that could be. She's thinking that maybe they clean it up once a week, and we just got here in between, you know, cleaning periods. So maybe they clean it up every Wednesday or something. I don't know. So, so as far as amenities, there's a lot to offer. There's trails out here. There is fishing. There is a shooting range.
And a You have hunting out here, obviously.
And obviously have hunting and stuff. So it has a little better than most. So we'll just go ahead and do like a B plus on that. Because there's really nothing for kids unless they're into outdoor stuff like we normally talk about. Financial stuff, it's run by the state. Obviously it's clean and stuff, so there's not an issue with that, so we'll stick with the B on that one. And the last one's environmental. So I talked a little bit about the shooting range, but I did, like I said, I looked at the water crossings and stuff, and I didn't see any oil sheens. They have a nice concrete bridge to keep anything from eroding here. Some of the water crossings you got to go down through, it had block, like what they call screen wall type block, laid down, so it's not eroding anymore. There was nothing extra. They did not have dumpsters, so we can't go like an A or anything. They didn't have dumpsters. If they had a dumpster, it would have probably been a really good deal, but no dumpsters. I think that would also help. Probably at the shooting range too, if somebody actually had something to put something into. But
well, maybe.
So we'll just do with a B, because I didn't see any problems, but can't go in A because there should be some extra stuff. So overall, what do you think? Just a flat B, because we had some B plus, we had some Bs.
Yeah. Just
a flat B.
Yeah.
Would you come back here?
Absolutely.
So it was kind of nice. Now, it was cold. We did have a couple issues at extension hose that I'd got for the propane tank, that new setup deal. That hose has something clogged in it. Couldn't use it, and luckily I had enough 1 pound propane bottles to keep stuff. That little buddy heater works great for that day tent. So, but it was cold. I didn't bring hand warmers. I forgot about that. So there's a couple of things I could have done better. But overall, it's a clean place. It has enough room for people, and
it's nice overall.
It's nice. So I would come back. So anything else to add to it?
No.
Okay. If you guys have it, so make sure that you hit the like, share, and subscribe down below. If you have any questions, make sure you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And you can reach out to me on Facebook at 2A Wolf. Or you can send me an email at 2awolftruck@gmail.com. And we'll just see you the next time. So thanks for watching 2A Wolf.